the city's hottest DJ, DJ Friktion.
What up? This is Jamie Foxx.
This is Mr. Cardinal Official.
It's your boy Sean Kingston. Yo, what it is? This your boy Flo Rida.
Yo, what up? It's the game.
This is the man.
What's up, world? It's Timbaland.
Yes, that little Chico Pitbull.
Yo, man, it's your boy Kid Cudi.
We are LMFA, yo.
And you're listening to
The Latin Radio Show. This is the Latin Groove Radio Show. This show could quite possibly, and sometimes does, contain adult content. And basically what that means, if you're under 18, they're going to talk about sex and drop the F-bomb a few times. So you're not supposed to listen. You've been warned, and now it's time for the adults to get their groove on.
Latin groove with the hottest tune will get me grip off if you forget. If you lose your self-control, shake it, boom, boom. Now boom, ignition with DJ Friktion. Listen, need some assistance. Ripping, flipping, pump that system, uplifting. This gon' be the Friktion amongst the underground. Blaze it out, but now shake the ground of the town. It's DLG, speakers leak. Need I please now start the stream. It's a Latin groove show. Are you marked? Get ready, set, go.
Here's your host, DJ Friktion. Dirty Diva. Dirty Diva.
Yeah, we are live. You're tuning into the Latin Groove Radio Show, and we are coming to you from Central Florida. Of course, joining me live on the air tonight is Miss Diva, no longer Miss Dirty Diva, and we have a very special guest joining us live on the air tonight. We are honored and privileged to have him join us here tonight. The Irish Psychic joining us all the way from Ireland, baby.
Hello.
Italian.
So what's going on, Irish?
Latin, hello Diva, and hello Latin.
It's
I'm
been
good. How are you?
It's been, you know what? It's been a couple of months, and let me tell you, the last time we had you on the show, people were like, we wanted to get our question in, we didn't have the opportunity to. And we had people who were waiting to the show, but then they were like, well, we really don't want to ask the question because it's kind of against our religion. But then we got people who kind of changed their mind and want to get some answers tonight. So we're gonna have a good show for you, buddy. And we like I said, we greatly appreciate you joining us again tonight because we know it's late there in Ireland. And buddy, thank you so much.
You are more than welcome.
So Diva, what's going on with you, buddy?
Hey? Alright, back to our original conversation about the Irish people.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No. Irish is only with us.
A passage that I will copy and paste onto your Facebook later.
Okay, so Irish is only with us for an hour, so we gotta do this.
Okay, sorry. So, of course, last time Irish was on here, he made me cry. So ever since I listened to what he said, I completely have been on that person that I felt that he was talking about. Now making sure this person's healthy and, taking care and, all this stuff. So, thank you for that. I appreciate it. I really took what you said to heart.
Now,
and, what?
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish.
No, it's okay. You've already interrupted me. I lost my train of thought. I have ADD.
I'm so sorry. But I do want to say, Irish, before we begin tonight with the readings, and again, if anybody wants to tune in or call into the show or send in your questions, all you got to do is, there's two ways you can reach us. The first way, of course, is calling the phone number 407-459-7988. We're going to do our best to try to get as many as we can, and if we don't, we do apologize. You can always send your questions into us on Facebook, and we will try to maybe get them answered at a later time. However, what we want to do is, again, if you guys want to call into the show, it's 407-459-7988, or you can hit us up on Skype under the Latin Groove Radio Show. So feel free to add us, and we are live currently right now. If you go on over to our official website, thelatingrooveradioshow.com, you will see the live feed. But what I want Irish to do right now is explain to everyone really quickly about the readings that you do, for those who are interested.
No problem at all, Latin. Well, basically, if you want to get a reading on tonight's show, all I need is your name and a question. Now, even if you don't have a question, and you just kind of want to find out, what does the next 3 months have in store for you, that's no problem at all. You just basically say, could I have a PPF, which stands for a past, present and future reading. And it's kind of great if you don't have a question, because some people kind of come in here, Latin and Diva, and they're kind of thinking, oh, what should I ask him? I'm now on air and I don't really know what to ask. And it's kind of a good way of getting, your question answered, because Spirit will actually pick up on certain things that are happening around you, and then they'll, pass on the information to me, and then I can actually relate that to you. Now, again, obviously, if you do have a question, it's better for me, because when I'm reading, I can actually ask Spirit directly, the question that you put towards me, and then I'll actually ask Spirit. So that's basically the way I work.
And I want to let you know real quick, buddy, that we actually have a huge fan up in the chat room right now. You might actually know him. He says he's from Ireland. He says Brian Moore says he's a big fan of your show.
He is indeed. Hello there, Brian.
He says
it's always good to have a fan of mine listening in, Latin.
Okay, well, you know what? It's good to have you here, Brian. I do appreciate you, and we have Josie in the chat room right now over on the Spreaker chat. So we do appreciate you guys coming by. And we actually got a lot of viewers coming up on JTV as well. So we appreciate you guys coming by tonight and checking out the show. All right, so really quickly, explain the spiritual guide, how he helps you with these readings.
Yeah, no problem at all. It's quite interesting, because it's basically like having someone behind me but speaking in my ear. So when you're driving along the road and you're kind of thinking to yourself, should I go down that dark alley to the left or should I go to the right? And you're often kind of guided to go right rather than left. It's kind of like that. There's kind of someone behind me at all times when I'm actually reading for people, and that person, my spirit guide, passes on the information to me, and it's just kind of like a soft whisper. It's kind of strange in one way, but it's like if they put a thought into my head, and that makes the kind of the whole reading makes sense to me. And it's kind of like fitting a jigsaw. Sometimes when I'm reading for someone, I'll pick up on certain things, I'll pick up on certain words, and when I actually pick up on certain things around me, I have to pass them on, and sometimes they can connect straight away with them, with the person that I'm reading for. Other times, they'll get back to me and they'll say, now I understand what you're talking about. So it's just like kind of having that little voice kind of speak to you, kind of like an imaginary friend when you're younger. But thankfully my friend has stuck with me, and I'm now past the 20s and past the 30s as well. So there's kind of a significant age to let you know how old I actually am.
So for those who might have missed the last show that when you were on, you started this when you were younger, correct?
That's correct, yeah. When I was younger, I used to get messages, and I didn't really want to pass them on because I was unsure what I was actually hearing. And then when there were certain things happening that I couldn't explain, they might say to me, you need to visit such and such a person, and then I would actually go visit my aunt, visit my nan, etc. And then I would actually find out why I needed to visit them, because there was actually something else going on with them. And it really has helped me throughout my life in terms of making decisions. So that's, it's always been a blessing.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to begin the readings, and the one I really want to focus on right now is somebody who wrote into the show. She's actually from Stratford, Connecticut. We're going to bring her up on the line right now. I'm going to just say her name is Josephine. I'm not going to really say her real name because she doesn't really want to use it right now. So, Iris, you have her real name?
Yeah, that's no problem at all.
Okay, so we're going to call her right now. We're going to add her to the phone call. So give me a second, guys. Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right, well, pretty good. You're Josephine. I'm gonna say Josephine. You're live on the air right now with the Irish Sidekick. So go right ahead.
Okay.
Hello there, Josephine.
My first question: do you believe in God?
Josephine, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Good.
Can you hear me?
I can indeed. I have your questions in front of me. Do you want me to start with question 1?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. Well, the question that you've sent in to the show is, do you see marriage and even any other children in my future? Is there any potential in my current relationship? So I'm going to answer that one first. Is that okay?
That's fine.
No problem. So as you can hear, I'm just shuffling the cards now. And when Spirit tells me to stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards and I'll lay out the cards for your reading. Okay, so they just told me to stop. I'm just going to lay out the 3 cards now. This is in relation to do I see marriage and any other children in your future.
Okay.
Right, what they're actually indicating here, Josephine, in relation to, is there any potential in my current relationship, you actually have the Fool card here, and the Fool card is one of the major cards, and a major card just means that there's a higher significance placed on these particular cards. Now, because it's actually in the reversed position, and you also have the World card here in the upright position, they're kind of saying here that you really do need to kind of give this relationship a chance, because it's like if you've always kind of in the past been with someone for just a short period of time and then decided, you know what, I don't think this is working, and you kind of just, you pull the plug too quickly is the way Spirit is actually giving it to me at the moment. Now, having the World card here, the World card is kind of the outcome of the situation. I do feel if you just give this relationship a chance, it will definitely kind of turn from what you kind of feel at the moment is quite, that you're unsure, into a positive. So it's just a matter of just giving it a little bit of time is the best way of putting it. And they're kind of indicating here it's going to be over the next 3 months that things will definitely change and change for the better. So I hope that makes sense.
Great, thank you.
No problem at all. Now, the second question that you've asked, I don't actually do the health-related questions. Unfortunately, as a psychic, I don't, and some psychics will do the health-related questions, but unfortunately, I don't. It's just for my own, personal belief. But I'm sure you're obviously seeing the doctor, and I hope you are.
Yes.
Good.
Did you say anything about me having kids in the future? I didn't hear.
Yeah, no problem. I'll check again. They were mainly focusing just on the relationship at hand first, but we'll see with regards to children. No problem.
Okay.
So I'm just shuffling the cards. Okay, they just told me to stop. Well, the good news, Josephine, is you do actually have the pregnancy card, which is the 4 of Cups, and that usually comes out when it's a definite sign that there will be children in the future. However, the main card that they're actually focusing on first is the Horseman of Swords. And the Horseman of Swords is actually the health-related card. So when this particular card comes up, it's kind of an indication to make sure that everything else with regards to your own health, in question number 2 that you've asked there, is kind of, dealt with, and you are dealing with that. Because again, I always say to people, when children are meant to be, they will happen. But having the 4 of Cups in your reading, especially, this kind of quickly within the reading itself, it's definitely going to happen. But they're kind of giving me here that it's not going to be for at least 4 to 5 years at least before, children are present here. So I hope that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it does to some degree.
Good. The third question that you've asked is, do I believe in Jesus or God? Again, I don't really put kind of my own belief out there because, again, every person will have a different belief. So if I say to you, I do believe in Jesus or I believe in God, again, you'll have other people that will, have a different belief. I do believe that there is a higher power, and whether that's Jesus or whether that's God, again, that's not for me to decide. It's up to the person themselves, who... If I hope that makes sense. Again, I can only pass on what I, feel myself. I do feel that there is a presence around us at all, times, and I don't kind of class that in terms of religion. There's tons of different religions out there, and I kind of have the respect for every single religion out there. So that's why I don't actually just put my own belief out there. If that makes sense.
I totally respect that. But one question: do you feel that you got your gift from that higher power?
Absolutely, definitely, yes.
Okay.
I mean, on a personal note, I mean, in terms of the Jesus and God, I'm 100% gay, and through the Bible and all that kind of thing. If you're brought up as a Catholic, it's against the religion to be gay, and I don't feel that a religion should justify who I am as a person.
I agree with you.
So that's my own belief. So if that's if Jesus or God thinks that, being gay is against the Catholic religion, well then I'm not obviously a Catholic. I hope that I don't feel that a religion should...
I believe the higher power that we serve accepts all people.
Exactly. And a very good point that you made there, so thank you very much. The next question that you've asked, Josephine, is number 4. My son has been giving me such a hard time with school. Do you see any form of success in his future? So we'll do that one now. Is that okay?
Yes.
No problem. So I'm just shuffling the cards. Okay, and they just told me to stop, so I'm just looking at the cards now, and this is in relation to question number 4. Right, well the good news is, well it's quite an interesting reading, should I say, because the learning card did actually come up here, and that's actually the 7 of coins, and that's actually in the reversed position. However, the other 3 cards that are surrounding that particular card is the 3 of coins, and on that particular card, Josephine, there is the ring and the love heart. We also have the 3 of cups right beside that, and we also have the horseman of coins in the upright position. And the 3 of coins is always about commitment, and the 3 of cups is always about commitment as well. And again, the horseman of coins is always about the success for the future. Now, having the 7 of coins in the reverse position in relation to your son, it's kind of, sometimes, when we're in school and, you as a mum is looking at your son and you're kind of thinking, what is going on, through the school, etc. Sometimes different people learn in different ways. And that's kind of the message that kind of Spirit is kind of giving me here in relation to your son. It's like if he has his own way of learning and you still haven't kind of understood his own kind of learning pattern. It's like if he's more artistic rather than kind of the writing experience is the way Spirit is actually giving me through at the moment. So the key message from these particular cards here, Josephine, is just to stay committed, because the 3 of coins is actually the commitment card, and that's signified by the ring as well, as a ring is obviously round and it's continuous. So if you just kind of stick with your son and kind of give him the support that you're giving him at the moment, it'll definitely in the future bring success, and that's indicated there by the horseman of coins, and he's definitely on the right path for a positive future, so you have nothing to worry about with regards your son.
You explained him very well.
You're very welcome. You're very well. That's what Spirit pass on, and that's the way the cards pass on in relation to your son as well. Number 5, the question: are there any changes I need to make about myself to make my relationship with men and people in general better? No problem. Well, I hope that the people that are listening into the show will kind of take some advice from this as well, because it's not just yourself, Josephine, that I have a lot of people asking me this particular question. It's kind of one of the questions that I get asked many a time, like, what should I do and what kind of changes should I actually make? So I'm just after being told to stop, so I'm just looking at the cards now. Right, quite interesting, the cards that are after coming up here in relation to that particular question. It is the Lover's card, and it's quite interesting the way Spirit pass on certain messages, because there is actually 78 cards in the deck, and when certain cards stand out and when certain cards pop out, they're there for a particular reason. The Lover's card came up in the reversed position. And you also have the 9 of Swords in the upright position. You have the Youth of Swords in the reverse position, which represents yourself, and also we have the 5 of Cups as well in the upright position. In relation to the kind of changes that you should make about yourself, I don't actually feel that you need to make changes. I feel it's just your perception of the way you're meeting different people and what they perceive a kind of a person to be like. And it's kind of a tricky situation here, because it's like if you're feeling that you need to kind of fit a certain pattern or you need to kind of fit a certain mold, and it's not the case at all. And that's one thing that I've learned myself in the past as well, that I've often, when you go on certain, dates, etc., and you kind of think to yourself, should I act this way or should I act, another way? All you need to be is just yourself. And if they don't like it, as simple as this, just tell them where to go, because it's pointless you being with someone that you actually have to act for the rest of your life, and them not knowing who you are as a person. And that's the kind of the key significant to the Lover's card here, because you need to make that choice for yourself. You need to ask yourself, what do I want in my life? And that's for you to be happy, and in relation to your son as well. And the one thing that I can say to you, Josephine, is if you're to do an affirmation, and an affirmation is a change of thought, and all you need to say to yourself every single day, now I say it to myself every single day, is just, I love and approve of myself and all is well in my life. So you just repeat to yourself, I love and approve of myself and all is well in my life. And just by you saying that, it really does change your perception about who you are as a person. And trust me, when you wake up in the morning and you say that to yourself, you definitely smile. And that's the way I want you to be from now on, is smiling about who you are as a person. So I hope that makes sense.
It does make sense. I appreciate that.
You're more than welcome. Question number 6. Again, that would be a mediumship reading, and I don't actually do mediumship readings on air, but if you want to contact me after the show, that's in relation to number 6. I have no problem doing that for you, and that's in relation to question number 6. And
Okay.
number 7, does my father love me? Why doesn't he reach out and try to help or support me financially or emotionally? Okay, so we'll just see what comes up. And again, it's quite a deep question, and I would love to go into as much information as I can, but unfortunately we are kind of tied for time, but we'll see what we can get out from the spirit. So I'm just shuffling the cards now. But just tell me to stop. It's quite interesting, the cards that are after coming up again, because it's actually after repeating itself in terms of the Lover's card, but in this time the Lover's card came up in the upright position. And when the Lover's card comes up in the upright position, along with the 9 of Swords, that's after coming up as well. Again, sometimes it's very, very difficult to kind of put ourselves in other people's shoes. And as much as I would love to tell you that everything's going to, get easier, I feel in relation to your father, Josephine, there's been an awful lot of kind of conflict within his own life. I feel that there's been an awful lot of kind of difficulties that he hasn't, or he didn't really want to get other people involved, because he's kind of one of these people that's very, very proud, and he feels that if other people get involved, it's going to have a kind of a negative impact on himself. And it's quite the opposite here. I kind of feel that he's just been, it's like if I just kind of see your father here just being stuck in a box, and the box, is kind of a square around him, and no one else being allowed, in terms of that box. It's like if he pushes a lot of people away from him. In terms of, does he love you? Of course he does, and I feel that just because you feel that he's not supporting you financially or emotionally at this present moment in time, I do feel that it will change, but it's just a matter of you having that patience. And as much as I would love to kind of, be there to let you know that everything will be okay, it's just a matter of you believing, that in yourself as well, because having the Lover's card here, Josephine, it definitely shows the outcome of the situation, and that's basically that things will get better. But the longer you can kind of just control your own emotions and not feel that things are kind of a negative, make sure that you kind of turn that negative into a positive. And I do feel definitely that you will have that love and support from your father in time to come. So I hope that makes sense.
It does make a lot of sense. Thank you so much.
You are more than welcome, and thank you very much for allowing me to read for you as well.
Josie, I appreciate you calling to the show and sending in your questions to the show. Let us know what's your number 1 internet radio show.
Latin Groove Radio Station!
Alright, Josie, we check you out. Thank you for calling in, Mama.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Alright, also, if you guys want to check out more of our good buddy, the Irish Psychic, let them know where they can go to check you out for more readings, Irish.
They can indeed. Latin, they can just check my website, which is irishpsychic.net. That's irishpsychic.net. irishpsychic.net.
Alright guys, we're going to take a real quick break, and when we come back, we got more with Irish and some more questions coming your way in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. 102.DLG Radio with yours truly, DJ Friktion, and Miss Dirty Diva. Diva, you ain't fall asleep on us, did you?
No, I'm listening.
Okay. Alright guys, we'll be right back right after this.
Are you in need of some love advice, money advice, or career advice? If so, simply purchase your reading via irishpsychic.net. Readings are delivered within 24 hours and can give you all the details you require. Tarot, pendulum, crystal ball, the answers all lie within. Readings start from as little as €3, £2, $4. Log on today and see what's in store for you. irishpsychic.net for all your psychic needs.
What's up, y'all? This is DJ Friktion. Looking to start your own radio show? Come on over to Spreaker.com. That's right, you gotta come on over to Spreaker.com and listen to hundreds and thousands of radio shows, or you can start your own, all for free. That's right, I said it. Come on over to Spreaker.com right now. They'll get you set up with our 30-minute free broadcasting account. Mind you, you can broadcast 30 minutes as many times as you want for free. Spreaker.com is where it's at. Other price packages are available. Let them know that the Latin Group Radio Show sent you, and get your radio show started today. Alright guys, we are back. We are back with your truly DJ Friktion, Miss Dirty Diva. I gotta say, you know what? We can't forget our good buddy who's joining us live here tonight, the Irish Psychic, all the way from Ireland. And I gotta tell you, you're doing an awesome job tonight, buddy.
Oh, thank you very much, Latin. It's always a pleasure, and Diva, to be here on the show. I really appreciate you having me on.
I gotta tell you, where the views and the listeners and everybody's got comments to say. I mean, so I'm gonna tell you something. What Irish does is something special. Not many people have that gift, and some people may believe in it, some people may not. You know, and we all respect that. And but you know, everybody has a gift, and when you have a gift, you need to go out there and share with other people who may need that help. Some people don't have that option to have that voice to help others, and there are people out there who have that option that should be out there helping others. You know what I mean? Some people use it for good, some people use it for bad, but Irish is one person we have nothing but respect for because he helps anyone he can. And man, I tell you. Alright, Irish, it's all you, baby. It's all you, mamas.
Is it back over to me?
It's back over to you, buddy.
Oh, you should have told me. I'm just queuing up my questions here.
Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, so Diva. Diva, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, so do you have a question for Irish while he's going through his stuff right now? As he's preparing.
How do you feel? It's kind of like on the religious status, but it's not really. I just want to see if you can see about how my walk with God is going. Like, do you see this being a predominant thing in my life? I tend to be a person who lets go of things, and I really don't want to let go of this. This is something very important to me. But I just want to see if do you see this becoming bigger for me and doing something bigger with it?
Will I pull 3 cards, Diva? Diva?
Yeah, I'm here.
Will I pull 3 cards for you?
Sure.
I will indeed.
While he's pulling the cards, I want to say... while he's pulling the cards...
You can never ask me permission to do anything. Just know that it's going to be, yeah, sure, you can do that.
I just want to say really quickly that Josephine says, that was awesome, guys. Thanks so much to your Irish Psychic. She said, and it was fun, too. So...
Oh, thank you, Josephine.
So, thank you so much. Alright, so go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
sounds good. No, you're grand. Okay, Diva, from the cards that are after coming up, we have the Moon card. That's one of the major cards. Again, a major card just means that there's a higher significance on these particular cards. That's in the reverse position. We have the 5 of Scepters. That's in the reverse position. And we also have the 6 of Cups, and that's in the reverse position as well. And it's quite interesting because the way they're actually focusing the reading is not in terms of the question that you actually asked. And the question that you asked was, am I on the right path with regards, God, and is everything going on the right direction? The card that's after coming up that's kind of mainly standing out to me is the 6 of Cups. And that's actually a relationship card. And because it's in the reverse position, and you also have the 5 of Scepters, it's like if you're questioning everything that has happened in your own life and relating it to God in terms of what has gone on in your own life. So it's like if you're asking God a lot of questions in terms of why did this happen and why did that happen. And it's very, very easy to ask a lot of questions to God and to, whatever, belief that you believe in. But until we actually look at, what has happened in our own lives, it's very, very difficult to move on from that, because sometimes we don't really want to go back to the past and we don't want to really deal with the past, but sometimes that's the best way of dealing with something, is going right back there. Don't let it kind of escape you. Deal with the emotion, deal with the kind of problem head on, and then that will actually affect the kind of the outcome in terms of the situation that it is that you're actually asking the question. I hope that makes sense, Diva, but that's the way they're actually giving you the reading at the moment.
That is like beyond freaky. Let me tell you something. What I have been going through with church the last, I'm going to classes, that's why I haven't been on the show. And I can tell you right now, yesterday's class for us was regarding that exact thing. What you exactly said is what we touched base and what I was told yesterday. And it's about forgiveness and letting go. And it's funny because you bring that up like you're like, hey, I can't answer the question you asked, but something's telling you to tell me about this again. So I really feel like for you it's your higher power, but for me it's God telling me, smacking me in the face, like, to let it go. to deal, like you said, deal with the emotions, get it all out so that I can move on from it.
Absolutely. And again, I mean, it happens in loads of different people's lives, Diva. I've been there, myself in my past, and I was kind of thinking, if I just continue on forward, is everything going to, disappear from the past? It doesn't. You really do have to go back there. As much as I would love to say, no, everything's going to be fine, you do have to kind of deal with the past emotions first, and then, trust me, everything will move forward, and everything will move forward at a positive rate from then on.
Awesome.
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome, and thank you very much for. It's quite interesting the way Spirit, as I've kind of just demonstrated there. I mean, Diva is over there in the USA. I'm here in Ireland. We haven't spoken in, I think, 6-7 weeks. Is it, Diva?
Something like that.
Something like that. So it just goes to show you, in terms of who's out there looking above us and looking down upon us. God. Higher power, whatever it is, once you just believe in someone and that you're happy and you're not doing any harm to anyone else, that's my own personal belief. That's that's where I'm happy at. That's why, when someone asks me about different religions, I have my own belief, you have your belief, but I respect your belief, and as much as I hope other people respect mine as well. So it's quite interesting the way, the messages kind of pass on, and I hope that did make sense, Diva.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so let me ask you a question real quick, Irish. Okay, so for those, we talked a little bit last time on the show about those who may be interested in getting to know their spiritual guide, but we didn't really get into too much details on that. How did you become connected to your spiritual guide?
Yeah, quite interesting. It's like if you just have someone kind of knocking on your door all the time, kind of saying, hello, my name is, and you're kind of thinking, do I know you? And you're like, no. Why should I let you into my life? And they're like, because I'm going to help you. So it's as much that for anyone else as well. So if you're sitting at home now and you're kind of thinking to yourself, that sounds like something that's going on in my own life, allow that person to enter your life. And the simplest way of doing that is just before you go to sleep at night time, just say, please, Spirit guide me. And you'll often find that there'll be certain things that will happen within your own dream. You might be in a certain area at a certain particular time. You might be, 5 in the dream. You might be 6, whatever. But you'll remember something significant that night, through a dream. But it'll be your spirit guide guiding you and making you aware of certain things that you need to know. Because if you are having a problem in life, it's very, very difficult to kind of, it's very, very easy, should I say, to kind of ask other family members, what would you do, what would they do? But you need to kind of ask yourself, what would I do? And you have to kind of break that kind of mold as well and kind of think to yourself, what would I actually do? Would I go against my family in terms of, what I want to kind of, say or do in terms of a situation that might be going on at the moment with regards a family matter? And often when you go to sleep at night time, that is the best time to kind of ask yourself and ask your spirit guide. Just say, please, spirit guide, please can you show me the way? And that's all you need to say to yourself, and they will actually show you the outcome of what it is that you need to do and kind of help you as well, because even during the day as well, you'll have that kind of deja vu moment. You might be downtown, you might pick up a book, and there'll be certain things in that book that will stand out to you, or certain songs that will be on the radio. All those things that happen, it's your spirit guide, and that's my own personal belief. And that's why, if my spirit guide, if I want to buy something new and they say no, I'll kind of think, no, should I go against you? Then I probably don't. Usually I don't, because when they say don't buy something, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm going to listen to you. And then they're kind of right. It's quite interesting, in terms of certain things, that from my own, personal life, when they kind of say something to do or not to do, or don't speak to that person because such and such a thing. And it's quite an interesting, thing to do, but I do have to turn it off as well, because sometimes I do have to kind of say, I'm in a party now, just leave me alone, because that, spirit guide will always be there talking to me and kind of, telling me what to do and what not to do, in a nice way, not in a kind of a weird way, but they'll be, when I'm speaking to certain people, they might actually say to me, give that person more of a chance. And then when I say that, it's like if there's something going on in that person's life that I, do have to sit there and listen to. And that's why I'm happy, because a lot of people might think, oh, that person is quiet at the party. Well, they're not quiet for a particular reason. Sometimes they're quiet because there may be something going on in their life at the moment, and I don't mind listening to them, because I'm always there to listen to people. And I think that goes for any person out there as well. If you're kind of at a party, or you meet someone, or if you're in a coffee shop or whatever, just say to someone, how are you, nice day, whatever. You'll often find that sometimes they're just afraid to talk, and it's always good to have that kind of extra pair of ears just to listen as well.
So for somebody who's trying to connect with their guide, they must, of course, have an open mind, correct?
Correct. And again, just like before you go to sleep tonight, I think it's only 8, well, it's coming up to 8 p.m. over there, isn't it?
Yes, it'll be 8 p.m. We're about 20 minutes prior.
8 p.m. Yeah, well, just before you go to sleep at night time, if just everyone listening into the Latin Groove Radio Show just says to themselves, please, Spirit Guide, please show me the way, you'll often find tonight and in the morning, you'll have a dream, but it'll be a very specific dream that you'll actually have. It'll be it could be something to do with your past, it could be something to do with your present, or it could be something to do with what's going on in your own life at the moment. And, you know, you might kind of dream about someone that you haven't even heard from in a long, long time, and that often happens, and then that person will get in touch with you, and they may actually tell you something that's sad, or they may say something to you that's quite, very, very positive. And you'll often find that, there is a message always through a dream. And that's why I always say, it's the easiest way for you to kind of connect with your spirit guide, because you're kind of more open, and accepting of it through your dream rather than, throughout the day.
So let me ask you one more quick question, and then we'll go on to the next question for you to go ahead and let everybody know. But what I wanted to see was, does your spirit guide have a name? Do you have a spirit guide, like a name for that spirit guide that talks to you, or is it just
I don't actually have I know what you mean. Some people do, you'll often find that some people will have an Indian guide and, different, names on their guide. With me, it's a kind of a different person sometimes. There is kind of one particular one, and whether that's my sometimes I kind of feel it's more female, so I kind of feel that it's more my nan, guiding me in terms of, when she wants to pass on information with regards to the family matters, she'll be straight to the front and she'll be like, hold on a second, I'm going to, give you my, piece of information, and she'll pass on that information. Other times when I'm just reading for a total stranger, sometimes it can be kind of a person around them that's connected with them that will be actually giving me a glimpse of their life. Although I may not be able to put a name on that person, I'll kind of feel that they're more connected to that particular person, if that makes sense.
Yes, totally understandable. Yep.
You're fine. It's quite interesting, and even to this present day, Latin, I'm still growing with my own gift as well, because I'm always challenging myself. A lot of people think, maybe what you're doing is cold reading. I don't actually get to meet the people. All I get is their name and their location. And if they want to ask a question, they can. If they don't want to ask a question, again, that's fine. And a lot of the time, people just presume that what I'm doing is cold reading. And there is people that can cold read, but the information that I pass on, I wouldn't necessarily say that it's cold reading, because I don't actually say, questions like, do you have, wait for an answer, oh, okay, I'll change my mind on what I've said, are you, starting a new job at the moment? They say no. Oh, okay, then you will be quite soon. It's not like that at all. When I give a reading, they, purchase the reading. I sit down, I do the reading, I record it as live, as you're kind of listening to me now. Then I send the email to them, and it's a voice recording like you're hearing me speak now. And then they listen to the reading, and then they get back to me and let me know their feedback. And often they're kind of, shocked with what I do pass on, because some of the stuff that I say, it just wouldn't relate to anyone else but them. So, you are more than welcome, anyone listening to the show, you're more than welcome to check my website, check my feedback, and I'm not like other websites where they just type their own feedback. It's real feedback, because it's all sent in via Facebook as well, so they've all left their honest feedback, and you're more than welcome to read that. And again, even if you're not happy with a reading, I will offer a refund. Often, I've had 4 in my time, so that's quite good. And again, like anything else in life, if you're not happy with something, I expect someone to tell me, I wasn't happy with that, and of course, I'll, give them a refund. So I have no problem doing that.
And the thing with Irish is that when he gets you that reading, he wants you to give that honest feedback. He doesn't want you to say, well, just because I was on air talking to you live on the air, that we want you to kind of lie and say, oh, yeah, I understand. He wants you to be totally 100% honest with him. So if you can't connect to what he's saying, tell him that. Say, hey, I really can't connect to that. And then he'll try to help you out and try to figure out where it's coming from or where the answers are coming from. You just have to be honest with him. And of course, if you guys want a reading with him, please go on over to his official website. It's the irishpsychic.net, correct?
Absolutely, and thank you very much for giving that in a lovely voice, because it's always good to hear the different voices here, Latin.
Yeah, exactly. And again, guys, he's not only on Facebook. Please look him up on Facebook too, because he is awesome to talk to. You can look him up on Facebook. He's the Irish Psychic. And of course, you can look him up on Twitter. Of course, we got all the screen names up there, how you can follow all of us on Twitter. He's at the Psychic Irish. Psychic Irish. So make sure to follow him. Follow Miss Dirty Diva, unless she changed it to Miss Diva. I'm not sure. But then you can also follow us under DLG Radio Show. So please, guys, we want to hear your feedback. But all right, Irish, go ahead. I know we're running out of time, so I want you to go ahead with the other ratings.
No problem. It's over to me again. Okay, so this person is called, I'm pronouncing it incorrect. I think Aurora. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's Aurora. Aurora, that's it. Aurora from Deltona, Florida. And the question is, my best friend took his own life a few years back. His name is William James Lott. I miss him more than anything. I need to know why. Tell him I love him and my children, and I miss him. I'm so sorry to hear that, Aurora. Again, it is a mediumship reading, and as much as I would love to do a mediumship reading on air, I can't. Basically, that would be a private reading. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to connect with your energy. I'm going to ask my spirit guide as well to connect with your energy. I'm just going to connect, and I'm going to ask them to give me a message in relation to the cards as well, and we'll just see what comes up. So as you can hear now, Aurora, I'm just shuffling the cards, and when Spirit tells me to stop, I'll stop shuffling the cards, which is actually just now. I'm just looking at the 4 cards now for you at the moment. Well, it's quite interesting, the cards that have come up, and I know you were asking for a mediumship reading there, but again, of course, you can contact me after the show, and I have no problem doing that for you there, Aurora. The cards that are actually coming up are the 7 of coins in the reverse position, we have the 2 of coins in the reverse position, we have the 4 of cups in the upright position, we have the 2 of swords in the upright position, and we also have the enchantress card in the upright position. And the enchantress card is one of the major cards, and again, a major card just means that there's a higher significance on these particular cards. Because the enchantress card came up last here, Aurora, it's like if, and I know, like, obviously the death of anyone is very, very difficult to get over, but it's like if this person, William, was just really always there for you. And I'm kind of just seeing this person here at the moment just always with you, always going for the walks. I kind of, at the moment I'm just brought down by kind of a lakeside, and it's kind of a very intimate lakeside. It's like if, it was kind of your kind of special place, so to speak. It's like if there was kind of just a particular area that, from the outside taking a picture, it may look completely, dreary and dark, but for you both, it was kind of that special place where you both could just actually sit there, talk about what was actually going on within your own lives. And it's like if that's what I'm actually picking up here. It's like if there was always a conversation here between you both that, he messaged, or he mentioned one thing to you, and you're actually kind of that person that was always able to give him the advice that he needed. And it's like if you feel at this present moment in time, it's like if you're feeling at this moment that should you have said something, or could you have changed anything that has happened in the past. And the honest answer is what was meant to be happened. And as much as I would love to say that you could have helped him or anything like that, it's not the case at all. When certain things happen, I don't want people kind of blaming themselves for something that they just couldn't help, because when you go through something like that, and when you're kind of feeling a little bit low, and when you're feeling depressed, it's very, very difficult to look from someone else's, kind of look into someone else's kind of life and think to themselves, oh, I feel that person is going to, commit suicide. It's not as easy as that. It's, something like that it just doesn't happen. As much as, the people that do kind of speak out, obviously, I, really respect them, but some people just don't want to kind of say something, and that's where they do commit suicide. Now, with the Enchantress card here, Aurora, it's a very important card because it's about the kind of the belief card. And it's like in terms of yourself, it's like if you just don't believe in yourself, or you just haven't kind of expressed yourself to this present day. It's like if you've just had everything kind of sucked out of you, and you just have kind of no energy and no kind of goal in life, is the best way that they're kind of giving me the message at the moment. Now, although there has been some challenges here, because you do have the 2 of swords, you really do need to pick yourself up, and you really do need to kind of look at what it is that you want from your own life, because you still have a life, to lead as well. And that's the most important thing here, that you do have a life, and you need to really just remember your friend James, William James. Just remember him as much as you can in the positive moments here. And one thing that I often tell people if they have lost someone, it's really, really nice to kind of plant something in memory of them. So if you can go to that special area and go to, if you have to get the permission, please do so. We don't want you planting, something if you're not allowed, but just get that permission and plant that tree, and just know that every time that you're in that space and you're in that moment and you're in that kind of area where you used to be close together, just know that he's always around you and he's always guiding you as well, and always, ask for him as well. Don't feel that he's gone, because he's not. As I say, it's just a door closed, but there's another door opening on the other side, and it is that straightforward. Don't feel that he's gone. Now, the other cards that are actually coming up here, Aurora, we have the 7 of coins, and we also have the 2 of coins as well, and the 2 of coins is in the reverse position. Again, the 2 of coins, it's like kind of a path. It's like at the moment you're kind of feeling to yourself that, what is the path? What is the path that you should be taking in life? Again, only you can decide that. And that's something that you need to reflect upon yourself. You need to kind of sit down to yourself and kind of think, where do I want to be in life? Where do I want to be, in 5 years' time? And they're kind of saying here, don't be holding back. It's like if you don't give yourself credit, because you have the learning card here, and that's otherwise known as the 7 of coins. It's like here, Aurora, that you're kind of putting something off for the fear that you can't actually do it. And it's quite the opposite. They're kind of saying here, from Spirit, go and do it. As much as you're kind of thinking to yourself that you won't be able to do it, you completely will. So go out there and do that course, and I can guarantee everything will be okay. So I hope that makes sense here.
All I can say is awesome. I'm loving this. I just love it. Oh man, Diva, are you alive? I just worried about Diva, like she just stopped breathing or something.
Is Diva still there?
Diva? Oh my. Oh my, I hope she didn't like... Alright, so anyways, so go ahead, move on, go ahead buddy.
Okay, so I'm going through the questions here, and the next question, it was there, I think, I'm still looking on the Facebook page, is that correct?
Yes, correct. There should be
in the messages.
There should be one last one, I believe.
Brilliant, so I'm just nearly there. Because we actually had a chat ourselves, so I'm kind of going through the questions. No, it must be up here at the top.
So again, guys, for those who are interested in getting a chat with the Irish Psychic, and you guys want to get your readings done, all you guys got to do is go on over to the irishpsychic.net, and if you guys want to follow him, guys, he's up on Facebook as well, under the Irish Psychic, and you can also look him up currently, if you guys want to follow him on Twitter. It's the Psychic Irish on Twitter. Guys, I'm telling you, he is awesome, and we are always honored to have him on the show. And man, oh man, oh man, we gotta do something big together, buddy. Seriously, we
definitely do. And again, you have to come to Ireland. You did promise that you're going to come to Ireland.
You know what? That's gonna be on my bucket list.
Yay!
that would be so awesome to hang out with you, buddy. Seriously. Even though you don't drink or anything like that, but that would be awesome just to hang out with you, just for a couple of days. I mean, just go out and you can show us around.
I know you said that I don't drink, but my cousin got married last week. An outstanding wedding, I mean amazing wedding. And there was Pimm's, which is a cocktail there, and it had loads of fruit in it. And I was just kind of looking at it, and I was kind of thinking to myself, I wonder what that tastes like. So they just said, oh, would you like a taste? And I was like, oh, should I or shouldn't I? So I had a taste, and honestly, it was just delicious. So I just had a little sup, but not much. It was only a mouthful, Latin, so I was fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
even though I don't even drive, I'm always kind of there. Oh, I just had a little taste. Anything else, beer or anything like that, I just can't.
Yeah, you know what? I used to drink a lot of beer, but I was like, you know what? I gotta get away from it. So I started drinking wine, and you know what? I kind of enjoy it a whole lot more than beer. It's a lot healthier for you, as long as you don't drink the whole bottle.
But even the wine thing, I'm still kind of confused when people say, oh, this is a beautiful wine. I'm kind of thinking they all taste the same, don't they? But if you're a wine drinker, obviously they don't. But for a non-drinker, to me, they just taste all the same.
Yeah. Well, there goes Diva. Diva, what happened to you? You disappeared on us.
My phone died.
Diva, use your PC.
She has
to get Diva a new laptop.
She has no internet connection right now, so she's talking to us through the phone. That's why she's with us that way tonight.
Oh, bless her. I can't understand your question.
I thought it was plugged in. I thought everything was fine. I thought it was plugged in. And then all of a sudden it went, and I was like, whoa. So I had to plug it in correctly because it was like one of those things. And, yeah, so that's what happened.
Oh, Diva, we missed you.
I know. I kept going, turn on, just a little bit of juice.
Oh, bless you. Latin, I can't actually find the other question.
The last question should be from Hustle Bunny, I believe. It's the last little message.
Oh, you must have sent it to me. Oh, yeah, I was too high up. 1 second now. It's down here.
It should be towards the bottom. Correct.
Right now, nearly there. This was today, wasn't it?
Correct. Yep.
I'm nearly there. Facebook. Why can't I search on Facebook when I...
Facebook is just awesome.
Oh, here we are. I found
Do
it.
we have another person on the line?
Brian Moore says, hey, they all taste horrible to me.
Yeah, you see, I told you, Brian, they do. All the wine, it just tastes the exact same. Now, grape juice. If you give me red grape juice, I am just in heaven. Fantastic grape juice.
We'll have to send you a bottle of red grape juice out there just for you.
Definitely, Latin. Thank you very much. And the other thing that you love over there, and I had them when I was over in America, is the Twinkies.
Oh, really?
They don't have it. They don't have them anymore.
We don't have them anymore over here, buddy.
Really?
Yeah, we don't have them anymore.
Out the Twinkie factory.
Well, everyone kept going on, oh, you have to try a Twinkie when you go over to, America. So I tried one. I was thinking, is this it? Like, it's just, I didn't like the flavour at all.
Yeah, the company shut down, unfortunately, and yeah, they're not making them anymore.
I don't even know how you describe the flavour. It's kind of like dead marshmallow.
It is. It's like a fruit cake with a marshmallow filling or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
Oh, by the way, just got some info. 'Cause I'm always on the go. At my datas. Twinkies are coming back in July.
No way.
Awesome. I hope
I guess they just America cannot handle the fact that we might be getting skinny for once.
Well, I hope they taste a whole lot better than what they did, at least.
Well, over here, like, even when I was getting a packet of, crisps, when I was over in America, I was like, is this the smallest size that you have? And they were like, yeah. And I'm like, seriously? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, wow, it's the same price as a small bag over here, but you get the massive size for the exact same price. And I was like, okay, I'll be fine with this. It's brilliant. Mm-hmm. Absolutely brilliant. You walk into a shop, you buy a packet of crisps, and it was a huge packet over there for the same price that you'd be paying for a small bag of crisps. And Brian would be able to vouch for me here, because the packets of crisps here, there was actually a complaint sent in to Watchdog, which is a BBC program, and basically they were saying that there was only 6 crisps inside the packet.
Wow.
They were cut like extra thick, and they were the Ridge ones. And there was only 6 inside the packet, and people just weren't having anything to do with it. They just, went mad. So they actually wrote into a television program and complained about the amount of crisps that were in a packet. Isn't that amazing?
That is, nuts.
People have so much time on their hands, Latin.
Brian says, give me a pint of cider any day. Hey, do me a favor real quick, Irish, if you got a quick moment. Say hello to my good buddy, Elvira, and her husband in Florida, because they listen to the show all the time.
You have to say that again, because Diva started laughing. Diva.
That's it. Do me a quick favor. We have a friend of mine who listens to the show all the time. Her name is Elvira. If you
Elvira? Love the name.
Just say a quick hello to Elvira.
Hello there, Elvira. It's Irish Psychic here in Ireland.
Okay.
Thank you for joining me on the Latin Groove Radio Show.
Okay. All right, buddy. So let's go on to the last question that we have here.
Okay, so the last question of the night is, the nickname was there. Where is the nickname gone? What's the name of the person again?
Hustle Bunny.
There we go. Sorry, it's actually in front of me, but I just couldn't see. It's Hustle Bunny from NY, New York. And the question that you've asked is, how successful will my new career journey be? And love. Okay, no problem at all. So I'm just shuffling the cards now, Hustle Bunny. Love the name, by the way. I'm going to tell me to stop. I'll stop shuffling the cards, and I'll lay out the cards for your reading. Again, when I'm on air on the radio, it is just a basic kind of 3-card spread, and it is a very, very short reading. If I am doing a private reading, it's much, much longer, and again, like Latin mentioned there, you can check out my website, which is irishpsychic.net. Okay, so they just told me to stop hustle. I'm just laying out the cards now, and this is in relation to your question, which is, how successful will my new career journey be in love? Okay? Well, I don't think you have anything to worry about because we have the Ace of Wands in the upright position, and the Ace of Wands is always to do with opportunities and positive opportunities ahead of you.
What was that?
Hey, good. We got company here. Keep going, guys.
Thanks, Diva. I got a kind of a fight there. So what I was mentioning there, Hustle Bunny, in relation to the question there, you have the Ace of Wands here in the upright position, and you also have the Seven of Coins in the reverse position, and also the Two of Cups here. When the Two of Cups comes up, it's a really, really positive card because it is actually the work card. So I don't think you have anything to worry about with regards, the new career. And again, it's something here that it's like if you've had kind of a career in the past where you've been held back and you kind of thought to yourself that you won't be able to kind of progress within the career in this particular area and in this particular environment. It's quite the opposite. It's kind of sky's the limit is the way Spirit is actually giving to me at the moment. So again, don't be kind of afraid as well, because they're kind of mentioning here that you will have to learn a little bit within the job, and that's like any new career. You always have to kind of start from the bottom and work your way up. Again, don't kind of see this as being a negative, even though you may think that you know everything, and you probably do. Just kind of play a little bit, I'm not going to say stupid, but just kind of let them show you the way, even though you may know it, because often the time when you kind of say, oh, I know that, they're kind of thinking, oh, I've been here longer than you, and you're just, walking into the job. So again, just have that respect for the other people around you. That's all they're indicating there. In relation to the love, I'm just shuffling the cards again, just to see what they say in relation to love. And they've just told me to stop. I'm just looking at the cards now. Okay. Quite interesting, the cards that have to come up here in relation to love. We have the Three of Coins in the reverse position, and on that particular card there is the Ring and the Love Heart. We have the Tower card, again one of the major cards. Again, a major card just means that there's a higher significance placed on these particular cards. That's in the reverse position. And we also have the High Priestess card, again in the reverse position. Having these cards in the reverse position, especially where love is concerned here, Hustle Bunny, it's like if you're afraid of letting go, or you're afraid of kind of being on your own. And when you're kind of wanting to be in a relationship, it's always good to know, the first thing is can you be on your own, and are you actually happy on your own? If the answer is yes, and this goes for anyone listening into the Latin Groove radio show, if the answer is yes, well then I feel that you're actually ready for a relationship. If you're on your own and you're kind of thinking to yourself, oh, I'm feeling lonely and I'm not able to cope and I just want someone in my life, well then it's not going to really work out the relationship, because you need to kind of have focus on yourself as well, and you need to be happy. And that's something that I've done myself in the past as well, that when I was going out with someone in the past and then that person cheated on me, I obviously that relationship ended, but I had to look at myself and I had to look at my life from a different perspective. I had to look at the different aspects to who I am as a person, and I had to actually love myself. I had to kind of think to myself, and I'm sure Latin and Diva, this goes for you as well, but you have to kind of look at yourself from a different perspective, and you have to kind of think to yourself, look, what are my best qualities? Am I happy? Excuse me. What is it that makes me? And that's the key message that you need to ask yourself. What is it that makes me? And when you actually know who you are as a person, then you're actually ready for a relationship. And that goes for you as well, Hustle Bunny, because they're indicating here with regards the Three of Coins here in the reverse position, although the love life may have not worked out in the past, I don't feel you're ready yet just to move forward within the love environment and the love situation. So again, the first thing that they're saying to me here is just to love yourself more and respect yourself more, and then you'll actually be able to move forward, and then love will actually enter your life. But I don't feel that this is going to happen for the next 5 to 6 months. So just relax, enjoy yourself, go out with your friends, and just enjoy your own company for the time being. But everything else with regards career, you have nothing to worry about. Everything is going to go in the right direction there. So I hope that makes sense, Hustle Bunny, and thank you very much.
I want to say real quick, I apologize for the little interference. My brother from Connecticut just showed up into the studio, and he's here in Florida. It just surprised me. So he just didn't know I was on air, so it was kind of cool. But I do apologize for the interference. But hey, I want to say, I know we're running out of time for you, and I know you're ready to go, buddy. Thank you so much again. You know what? I'm thinking the next time we have you on the show is sometime in October, going towards Halloween. I think we should do something real special for the Halloween.
That'll be brilliant.
That'll be awesome.
Brilliant.
But again,
be really cool.
Anybody who's looking for some motivation, Irish, what is your word of advice to them somebody who might be having a tough time right now that might need that inspiration? What do you say to them?
Well, basically, we're all human at the end of the day. We all have issues, we all have problems. the first thing I will say, if you are suffering from anything or you are kind of going through problems, is speak about it, because you're not going to be the only one. I hate people when you meet them, for a cup of coffee, and they're kind of thinking to themselves, oh, I won't say anything because everything's going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. Be honest with yourself, be honest with your friends, and allow yourself to be you, is the key message. And again, for all the listeners of the Latin Groove Radio Show, do the affirmation like I've mentioned. An affirmation is a change of thought. Start from tomorrow. Say it to yourself every single day. Even if you don't believe in it, trust me, once you start saying it to yourself every single day, just brush your teeth in the morning, look at yourself and just say, I love and approve of myself and all is well in my life. Trust me, it changed my life. It will change your life too.
Alright guys, again, if you guys want to check out his official website, please let them know. Take the time right now, Irish. I want you to take the time, let them know about your website and how much the cost is if they want to get a reading.
No problem at all. If you would like to get a private reading with myself, all you need to do is log on to irishpsychic.net. That's irishpsychic.net, and my readings start from $4, because I forgot that we're over in America. So it's $4 if you would like a mini reading with me, and there's different readings at the moment. Now again, I do have a very special reading at the moment. If you purchase a numerology reading, the price of the numerology reading is $10. If you purchase the full reading, which is the 15 card audio reading, I think it's $18. But I'm giving you the chance to have two. So you're going to get the numerology reading, and you're also going to get the full reading, and the total cost of that is a massive, big drum roll, it is $14. So you're getting two readings for $14. If you would like that, please just send a message to Latin on his Facebook page or via an email, and I will give him the very special link for that special offer, and that is two readings for the price of one.
Awesome. That is awesome. Again, we thank you so much, Irish, and just for you, this next hour we're going to play nothing but music. Again, Diva, thank you so much for tuning in and joining us tonight as well.